maybe it was from my end.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why it took
Can
time
you stop
for.
sharing your video? We are streaming live now.
You said
Can you stop sharing your video? We are about to start streaming live.
I'm not even sharing anything. No.
Your video, your screen, your video, your camera. Okay. All right. So let me just see if we are currently up.
Hello.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. The the NFP announcement is in uh, roughly about 10 minutes from now. So we are going to have to trade that. Okay. Oscar, my boss. How far now?
Oh, no, idea. What's
Yeah.
new?
No, 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 no. Us is not at the office.
But let's see NFP will do that. Alright, guys.
Are you not hearing the sound? You're not hearing how. Who are we doing? Okay.
Please.
Yes, yes, yes. We are streaming live. After we are streaming live, we can go back to our class. We need to stream this NFP announcement live. Okay? Why? So, guys, for those of you joining us newly, we are trading the candle trader system. We are trading the NFP using our candle trader Forex robots. The NFP announcement is in about, let me see,
6 minutes.
yes, 6 minutes from now. So let me just bring up the, okay, it's in about 5 minutes, 49 seconds. Let me just try to bring this up. I don't know why this is, Abi, is this a sign that I should not trade today? What's going on? Okay, so 5 minutes. Let's just check out the volume individually. So um the volume currently for AUD USD is about 1,600. So let me just check what we have here as volume. The volume is 3,000, so this is okay. The volume for USD JPY is currently set to 3,500. The current volume now is about 2,760. Let me just increase this to 4,000. And the current volume for GBP USD is let me just insert. Okay, Current volume is about. Can you guys hear me? Current volume is about 2,200.
I can hear you.
Okay. So let me just increase this to 3,000 be enough. It's just 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Let me just see if I have any questions on the live. Okay. So we are trading with 0.5 as a constant lot size, and our target here is that if there's a spike, we are going to enter immediately in the direction and allow the trade to run. So for example here, let me just view the AUD/USD. For example, you can see there was a spike here and we traded that spike here. We had a profit here. So the same thing here, we had a spike here and we traded a profit here. Right, so what we are looking for is a spike, and then we're going to open our trade in that direction. Okay, so it's 3 minutes to go. Do you guys have any questions before we trade? Two minutes 47 seconds. We're just going to continue looking at the volume.
NFP.
So it's roughly about 2 minutes into the announcement, and you can see the market is so quiet. Like it's so quiet. It's like it's becoming so tight. You can see how squeezed these candles are. So hopefully there's a very strong move to a particular direction.
Go for a real phone. Eh? I want to check something.
Can you guys see my screen?
Indeed.
Okay, so it's 1 minute. Please turn on the gen, please.
How much time? 1 more minute, guy.
So we are going to turn on the strategy at about 10 seconds or thereabouts. Let me turn it on about 10 seconds.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a quick question. Right now, the bot is actually
Ask your question after the news, please. 17, 16, 15, 14.
Oh God. Which one?
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just.
Okay, now we can.
Okay. So we have a spike in one direction here. Why does it look like this? Let me just close it and open it again. Positive, Let's see if the last one is positive. Why is my VPS faulty? What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Why is my VPS stuck?
Happens like that.
Oh, MTN don't do me something, no. Okay. All right. So we just have one trade, which is very weird. We just have one trade. We just have one trade, and you can see that's about $65 up, and I can't even access it. I don't know why my VPS is stuck. We have just one trade, and apparently all the news are positive, so we're likely to expect a strong pullback to the downside. Okay. Okay, so it's selling.
Wait.
Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we just have one sell trade. Apparently the other pairs didn't open up. We just have one sell trade. So I'm gonna allow this trade to run. Hopefully it's gonna go, to 1% thereabout. I am so hungry. We had all of the news was positive. But you can see we had an amazing entry on AUD UST. So all of the news was positive. Maybe hopefully we can go into detail about it. But for now we have an entry here, and we had a low of this point here. But the way I'm seeing it, I'm gonna allow this to play out. I'm gonna allow this to play. I'm gonna disable automated trading so we can no longer take any more trades. I'm gonna allow this to play out. The volatility wasn't as high as I was expecting. I was expecting a very strong, pullback to any of the sides, but it wasn't, that much. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD was USD JPY. You can see it wasn't, very high. So we just had one trade here. So the trade detected the spike to the downside and placed the trade here, the sell trade here. The stop loss was at the close of the previous candle. Okay, so we just have one trade. So we're going to hold on to this trade until the candle ends, and that's just basically how the strategy works. So do you guys have any questions? Oscar, Mr. Stanislav, Mr. J. Mr. Jeremy, I believe you had a question to ask before the news.
Oh yeah. I was just asking if the bot was already turned on, and you said you were about to turn it on. So
yes, we turn it on 10 seconds into the news because we don't actually want anything to interfere. So we look at, there's a lot actually. We look at the current volume. So you saw that I was looking at the volume. We ensure that the current volume is not greater than the volume we have in the expert advisor. Okay, we also ensure that the candle bar is not greater than the previous one. Okay, we also ensure that the previous candle bar is not very high, because if this candle bar was very high, imagine if this price actually went up and this candle bar was very high, okay, and it had to open at the high of the candle or at the close of the candle, it's going to affect the strategy, the spike. You're not going to catch it early. Yeah, so that's just basically how the system works.
Oh, okay.
Usually what happens, what has been happening recently in the market is that there's a little move to a particular side, and then the market continues to move in that direction. For example, you can see here, this was a news, I think, was it yesterday or the day before? All right, the news was positive, so we had a move to the upside, and then the market continued upwards. Let me just see something here. So positive, down, so So we'll be expecting the market to pull back, although we are not trying to predict or anything. We don't know the future. This thing could actually go back and reverse and hit our stop loss, and that's absolutely fine because we have our stop loss in place. Okay, but it will actually continue downwards. It will actually
Are
continue
you
downwards.
selling or buying?
We are selling. We are selling this AUD UST. We are selling.
Okay.
That's why we're in
Even gold
profit now.
selling.
That's why we're in profit. We are selling. Although the market is not reacting as much as I expected to the announcement. It's not reacting at all.
Had
It's
like
not reacting
real
at all.
big expectations for this.
This is actually one of the worst NFP I've seen. If this market reverses and hits our stop loss, it's actually going to be one of the worst NFP announcements I've seen this year. And everything was positive. So I don't know why the market is not reacting yet. Well, all right, guys. Any other questions before we continue with our class? Any other questions?
Yeah. Concerning the
Concerning the what? Concerning the what? Are you speaking? I can't hear you. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Okay, Mr. J, you can ask your question. I can't hear Mr. Jamil. I can't hear him. Please ask your question. Please ask your questions before we leave. Please ask your questions. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. It was not like I was alone in the meeting. Ah. Okay. Oh. Well, all right. Let's just allow it to run till the end of the hour. Hopefully, it goes up in our direction. If it goes down, then it's absolutely fine. It's our stop loss. Let's just allow it to play out. What's the time? It's 4:38. Okay. It's not moving at all. It's not moving. It's not moving at all. It's not moving at all. Well, all right, guys. So, any questions? Any questions, please? Any questions before we proceed to our next class? Any questions? Now, what for this kind of NFP? No move at all. No move. What is this now? What kind of NFP is this one? Kind of announcement. It looks like it's going to hit our stop loss today. Supposed to actually get a strong pullback to the downside. Let's just see what happens.
This NFP has scam.
I believe that apparently a huge company of some sort is buying at that point. That's what I believe. Because actually it's supposed to go down, and since there's enough liquidity, then they are tapping it. That's what I feel like. It happens. You can see it happen here. It happened here. It happened here. So if it hits our stop loss, that's absolutely fine. I think that's about roughly 0.8%. 0.8%.
That's what I mean. I only trade NFP when I'm in the trade already.
Yeah,
So
but
I will
this,
just manage
this
it.
particular
So if I'm
strategy,
not on it,
this particular strategy actually trades the spike. That's just the strategy. It trades the spike. Okay, that's what it does. It trades the spike, and you can see actually there was a spike to the downside, and then the market reversed. That's not our fault. Okay, so we have been stopped out at I think about 0.9%. So that's just how the strategy works. If there's a spike to the downside, it's fine. We make a lot of money. Right? The market actually reverses. We have a stop loss to counter it out. That's just how it works. Okay. And apparently today that we're expecting, a huge move to one side, it turned out to not be the case. So any other questions, guys? Apparently this is the worst NFP I've seen this year. We haven't had this kind of news NFP announcement before that has been this bad. We haven't. This one is very bad. I think the last one was on November 4th. Last one was on November 4th. Something like this. It's the downside. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but I want to be looking out now till next week. I'm done. And next week we have to be ready for FOMC.
Yes, we are going to also be trading that too on this particular strategy. It's just sad that we didn't actually make a lot of money today. You can see a pin bar here. So it's not our fault. You can never predict what happens in the market, even if there's an announcement and it's supposed to, go in one direction. We can't actually predict. Okay. All right, guys. So you guys can leave. We're going to be continuing with our class. Miss Rosemary, we're going to be continuing our class So you guys can leave. I'll be seeing you guys in the next meeting on Monday. Okay?
All right, peace
All right.
out, bro.
All right. You too. You too.